Are you planning a day trip to Disney World and want to know what to budget for each park? Welcome to our mini-series focusing on budgets for one day in one park for one person. Whether you're visiting Florida in general and you're going to Disney as part of your other plans, or you're just having a fun day at the park, this series is for you. For this series, we'll exclude any costs like travel or resorts and just focus on what it costs to go to the park for one day. We're breaking this budget down into three categories: tickets, food, and merch. Can we make the magic happen? Let's find out. The most important factor in the price of your Magic Kingdom ticket is the time of year you go and also the day of the week. Depending on when your trip is, the ticket price is going to fluctuate. For example, Christmas time and spring break are always really expensive, but September and January are a little less. Standard Magic Kingdom admission tickets range from $154 to $189 with an average price of $171.50. And that's a ticket with no park hopper and no Genie Plus. And if you're not familiar with it or you're wondering whether it's worth it, Genie Plus gives you access to the shorter lightning lanes across each park. Is it worth it for one person for one day? It might not seem like it, especially when the cost varies day to day from $15 to $35 with an average price of $25. But you are in Magic Kingdom, and the fact is you want to ride as many attractions as you can. So we usually recommend just biting the bullet and getting it, especially if you're only coming to the park for one day. With all of that in mind and adding on the Genie Plus option, you are looking at a ticket price of $196.50.
Food is notoriously one of the harder areas to plan for because you can really choose to spend or save depending on what's important to you. Typically, I like to eat at kiosks and quick service meals when I'm in Magic Kingdom because I'm more focused on riding as many attractions and going to meet as many characters as I can. But if you're more of a foodie, this may be an area where you really want to beef up your budget. To get an idea of what meals may cost, I'm going to share some options with you that you may incorporate into your day, including kiosks, a quick service meal, and a table service meal. Assuming you're spending the whole day in the park, you'll want to include breakfast, lunch, dinner, and about 2 snacks. For breakfast, one of my personal favorites is going to Sleepy Hollow for a Mickey-shaped waffle for $6.49 and a Joffrey's coffee for $3.49. You have to eat at least one Mickey-shaped thing while you're at Disney, and Joffrey's coffee always helps me start my day off right. For a quick service lunch option, Casey's Corner has incredible corn dog nuggets that come with fries or a mandarin for $10.49. You can add a side of cheese sauce for $1. If you know, you know, and grab a fountain drink for $4.99. After you've been going hard all day, you may want to sit down for a little bit. So for dinner, let's dine with the princesses at Cinderella's table. They're open for both lunch and dinner, either of which costs $79 for an adult. They have a prefix menu, which includes drinks like soda and tea, so if you want alcohol or a specialty drink, you'll have to add those on. For our snacks throughout the day, I could literally not enter Magic Kingdom without getting a pineapple Dole Whip cup. So let's head to Aloha Isle, grab one for $5.99, and we'll count this as our first snack of the day. The second snack is going to be a little more savory with a pepper jack pretzel from Cheshire Cafe for $7.79. This pretzel is so good, and the location is convenient to the Tomorrowland side of Magic Kingdom, while Aloha Isle is more convenient to the Adventureland side of the park. In total, all of these food options cost $119.24 before taxes and tips. Fun fact, Walt Disney World is so spread out, it actually goes between 2 counties. So depending on which county you're in, your sales tax percent is either going to be 6.5% or 7.5%. Magic Kingdom is in Orange County with a sales tax of 6.5%. Then adding on a 20% tip, and our rough total is going to be about $151. Depending on your eating habits and what you value when you're in the park, this number can definitely vary. We usually recommend a food budget of around $50 to $75 per person per day, but since we're only here for one day, we're willing to spend a little bit more. Now for me, a day at Magic Kingdom just isn't complete without some of these snacks, so I always make sure to include them. So depending on what's important to you, make sure you adjust your number to match. Just like with your dining options, you can choose to go big or go home with all the extras you want to buy. You could literally buy nothing extra, or you could buy one of everything from each merchandise store. On the lower end of the spending budget are things like pressed pennies, which only cost $1, and the penny you want to press, and pins, which range from about $10 to $20+, and you can grab these from places like Frontier's Trading Post and the Emporium. I love this pin from one of my favorite Disney IPs that costs $14.99. Haunted Mansion is one of my favorite rides that my dad always tried to scare me on when I was a little kid. For a mid-tier priced item, you can get something like a shirt, ears, and hats, or home goods. One of my favorite things to get when I go to Disney is an ornament, like this one for $29.99. For our first anniversary, we got an awesome ornament that was themed to our resort, which was Art of Animation. On the higher end, you could easily blow a budget if you feel like it. This Citizens Mickey Mouse watch is $325, and you can find this and other things like it at Uptown Jewelers. Crystal Arts on Main Street is another great location to find some of those pricier things that you might want to take back home with you. We typically recommend budgeting around $50 per person for merchandise. This allows you to get about one mid-tier expensed item and 1 to 2 lower priced items.
Overall, you're looking at an average of $196.50 for your park ticket, including Genie Plus, $151 for dining, which includes kiosks, a quick service meal, and a table service meal, and $50 for some take-home goodies. Grand total for your visit to one park, one day for one person in Magic Kingdom is $397.50.
Now, there's definitely some wiggle room on this cost, especially when it comes to food and merchandise. Disney lets you bring in snacks like granola bars and crackers, so this might be a way to save on snacking throughout your day in the park. And you could always try to buy some merchandise ahead of time from one of your favorite vendors, possibly find something on sale, or even try to make something yourself. How would you budget this day in Magic Kingdom differently? Let us know in the comments and challenge us with a budget for one day in one park for one person in Magic Kingdom.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Kathleen.
Thanks for watching.